Hello everybody! Quick video. It's been a few days since we've touched base with you, but I wanted to do a video. This is a thought that just came up to me again today. Various things that we have going on today in the business, yada yada yada. And this concept came up to me. It's something I wrote about years ago. You have really got three decisions to make when if you're working for somebody else, if you own your own business, and you come across a tough situation or things that are hard to overcome or challenges, curveballs that are thrown your way. You've really got only three things that you can do. Let's just say if you're at a job, and I used to give myself this to myself all the time in my head. Three different things you could do. If you've got a problem or things aren't working out well, number one, you can stay there and try to change it. So maybe the culture's screwed up, the process is screwed up, your position's screwed up, whatever. You can stay there and try to change it. You can stay there and put up with it and be quiet and don't complain, or you can leave. One of the three things. So if you got a bad situation at work, you can present that situation, that challenge to others, and you could say, hey, listen, this isn't working out well. Here's how I propose to change it. Now, they could say, forget it, we don't want to hear from you. You don't have any credibility, you can't answer these questions for us, forget it, it's not going to work. Then you're left with, you need to stay there and just be quiet and not complain about it. Because complaining about something that you can't change is really just a negative attitude. Or then you could leave. You could say, hey, based on all these circumstances, it is prime time for me to get out of here because this just isn't going to change, it's not going to work, it's not going to take me where I want to go. Totally get that. So when you look at your own business, if you're running your own business like we are with LuLaRoe, you can look at your business and go, hey, there's a lot of challenges that we're going through right now with the business, whatever it is. It's not specific to LuLaRoe. Any direct sales company you're in, any business that you own, or any company that you work for has their challenges. Every one of them do. Nothing is perfect, including ourselves. So as we look at the challenges, I could say, hey, listen, I could stay there and try to change it. So staying, let's say LuLaRoe, they've got some things that are kind of bumps in the road. Say, I could stay there and try to change it, which is I could send an email, I could talk to who I think are the right people, and I could try to change it. Or they could very well say, listen, number two, we don't want, the second thing I say, that turns into the second thing, which is they say, okay, great, you're one of a lot of people that has that challenge, which maybe you guys don't have the credibility, you don't have a step stool, you don't have a megaphone yet. You guys at Savvy Pants Shop, we're not going to really listen to you just yet because maybe you don't have a following, you don't have the experience a lot of other people do, we're not going to listen to you. Great. That would leave me at second choice, which is stay there and stop complaining. So that kind of leads me to, if you're in direct sales, you're in your own business, whatever, if you're in that stage, we need to stay there and stop complaining. Listen, you don't have a megaphone yet, you don't have the credibility yet, what are you going to do? You're going to stay there and stop complaining because there's no value in complaining. Essentially all you do is build a greater negative attitude, which leads to the third step, which is I quit, I'm out, I'm leaving. There are too many things that have added up. However, if you're in stage two, so you try the first one, which is I'm going to stay there and try to change it. That's not successful. That leads you to stage two, which is I need to stay there and be quiet about it, just go about my business. When you're in that stage, you still need to have a good attitude. So either you make the choice that everything is going to be a speed bump and a problem, or nothing is going to be a problem. So we're at this stage where, hey, listen, we'll work everything out. This is not a problem. It's a challenge. We're going to work to find a solution to this particular challenge. So it's not a problem per se, it is just simply a challenge that you have to find a solution for. Now we can objectively look at our business in 6 months, 12 months, a year, whatever matrix that you want to use, whatever time frame that you want to use, look at your business and say, hey, listen, this is not getting us where we want to go. It is time to go to stage number three, which is we need to pull the plug, bail out. It's time to get OUT, time to move on to something else. But until we get to stage three, you have to have a positive attitude. Otherwise, you've created a self-fulfilling prophecy, which is everything's a problem, nothing is working, and therefore I need to quit. You can ramp that process up in a second, in a New York minute, by having a bad attitude about every single thing that happens in your business. But, kind of a newsflash, every business, every direct sales company, every job that you've ever had is never going to be perfect. There's always going to be something wrong with it. It doesn't pay you enough, or there's not enough recognition, there's no growth opportunity, there's no potential, whatever. You need to pay attention to I guess, and have the proper yardstick to compare maybe this business against any other. Nothing is perfect. Understanding that, what are you going to do with those speed bumps in the middle? Stay there, try to change it. Stay there and be quiet and don't complain until you do have the megaphone, the credibility, or the longevity to complain adequately. Or number 3, you're going to quit. Until you get to number 3, you need to have a positive attitude. So just something that we thought of today. Plenty of things going on, but it kind of reminded me back a few years back that might be helpful for some folks. So if you're in stage 2, stay there and be quiet. Do it with a good attitude. Otherwise, you are definitely pushing yourself a lot closer to stage 3 when maybe that's not what you're ready for yet. So maybe that helps. If you take that and $3.08 and your own cup to Starbucks, you can get yourself a tall iced cold brew. There you go. There you have it. So you guys be good at it. Savvy Pants Shop, LuLaRoe, over and out, LuLaBro. See ya.